Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Just Enough Heshy show. Tonight's show, I have a wonderful guest, a guy that will join me. He's my co-host tonight because, again, Ezra couldn't show up. I mean, Ezra is so busy with this law thing and helping people out. I don't know, Ezra, I miss you so much, but it's okay. I got a better guy, and he's good looking. And everybody, when I mention you his name, and girls out there in the field, his name is Michael Ragusa. Michael, how do I call you?
Heshy, whatever you like.
Well, I'm going to call you Mike.
All right.
He's single. He's 34. I got to get him married. I can't let him hang out with me in city council. Otherwise, Linda's going to be jealous. And nobody's going to talk about it. So me and him, I'm getting you married.
Get me married.
I know that you Catholics and do the whole prayer and all that, right?
Right.
But you're going to let me say one of my Jewish blessings. You don't care.
Of course not. I love everyone.
Anyways, everybody, we're going to talk with Michael Ragusa soon. We're going to talk about a lot of different issues about me and him when we go into city council and what we think about him. And he has a very interesting job. And I was talking to him a little bit about it. And we're going to put up his picture on the show as well. As you know, he was part of my introduction to that show. But of course, we're going to start our show quickly. And Mike, by the way, I want to just tell you something. I have a joke and a quote when I start the show. I know I pre-warned you to laugh. You don't have to laugh. Don't worry about it. Anyways, guys, we have our show tonight. It's Ezra Levy. I have his thing coming up right now on the screen. He's a wonderful guy. He does criminal. He does family court. He's helped me out to get many people out of jail. Ezra Levy Law Firm at gmail.com. Give him a call if you have a problem. His number is popping up on the screen right below me. I want you to call him. I want you to see if you need him. He's just a good lawyer. I use him in the middle of the night. He's helped me with young kids get out of jail. Ezra Levy, criminal lawyer. Just please give him a call. I always pitch him every show. I wish he was here tonight, and we could talk a little bit more about him. But also before I start the show, we're going to start about Michael Ragusa, MichaelRagusa. Is that your website.com?
No, it's Ragu, the number 4, NYC.com.
Ragu, R-A-G-U-A?
Nope, R-A-G-U.
R-A-G-U. Say it again.
Ragu4NYC.com, the number 4.
Ragu, number 4, at
Ragu4NYC.com.
Ragu4NYC.com. As you can see, I'm a little gay.
It's okay, don't worry.
I mean, Ragu, like the sauce.
Like this,
right?
yeah, but that's a bad sauce. I
really don't like it, by the way.
No.
You know, my sauce is much better.
Michael's of Brooklyn makes a good sauce, but is it kosher?
It's not kosher, but
I know.
I make a good sauce. You're going to come over.
All
I'm
right.
going to teach you what
You
an
got
Italian
it.
lasagna
You got
should
it.
be
You got
about.
it.
Mike, RAGU4NY, right?
C.com.
NYC.com.
Right.
Guys, go to his website. We could use money. We could use donations. He is the guy you should go check out. He is going to be city councilman, and he's running in the 47th district against Avi Kagan, and who's the other one?
This woman named Anna Del Fosse. I don't even know.
Yeah, isn't she from Staten Island?
You know what? Heshy, that's funny you said that because she tells people she lives in Brooklyn, but apparently she lives in Staten Island, and that's factual.
We're gonna bring it up. I met her, you know what I mean. But we're gonna talk about a lot of different issues, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about Michael in a minute. But in the meantime, I want to tell you my quote and joke for the day. If you don't mind.
Please, of course.
I had a boss who was very tough on me when I first started. I came out of college, I got a job, and he always said to me, "Hey, you got to think out of the box. You got to think out of the box." You know what I mean? And I was working for pennies back then. You know what I mean? Thinking out of the box. You didn't pay me enough to think. But anyways, he died.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to his funeral, and everybody saw me walk up to the coffin, and everybody thought I was going to cry. And all of a sudden, I whispered to him, and people heard me. Who's thinking out of the box now, Moish? Well,
that's a good one. I like it. That was good.
You know, I know you laughed at me for the fun of it. I want you to know right now, recently, the stock market has crashed big time. And I work with my wife, Linda, all the time, and we always fight. And one day the market was really going down. I said, "Linda, quickly call the broker." And Linda turns to me, "The pawn broker or the stock broker?" Okay, that wasn't so funny, but I thought I liked it anyways. I want to give you guys my quote, and this is a very serious quote, and it's from one of our greatest presidents, John F. Kennedy. I know he was a Democrat, but I love John F. Kennedy.
He was a moderate, and he was a very good president.
He was a very good president.
I agree.
He was the one that really wanted to bring change, but he wasn't around long enough, too bad.
Unfortunately.
And I would have loved to see a career by one of that president like him. Anyways, he says like this: "We, you and me, Mike, have the power to make this the best generation of mankind in history. of the world or make it the last. We could destroy this. You are young enough. I believe that I'm still young enough that we can make this generation more powerful, better. We have so much that we've given to this country, from the internet to more space. We're even going to get to Mars, I hear, by 2030. So we have a lot that we could give it, or we can blow it up by doing your mandates, by being tyrannical to our future generations, by teaching them stupid. We're going to talk about this transgender. I have a lot to tell you about that on teaching. So we're going to talk about that. Also, he says finally, do not pray for easy lives. Pray for stronger men. Pray for men like Mike Ragusa, who are going to make our next few city council and our next generation. And I have faith in you, because I want to be there with you, because I want to see your career go on, and I want to see a lot for you to do.
God willing.
Anyways, everybody, we're going to start our show. And I want to tell you a little bit about Mike. Mike is born and bred, one of my boys right here, Brooklyn, New York. Am I correct?
You're right.
And I don't want to tell you about his whole history, we went to school and all that, because he's one of mine. But here's what he is. He is, listen to this, an Associate Director of Operations in Correctional Health Services at Rikers Island.
That's right.
You got to tell me about this, Mike. I mean, you're at Rikers Island, one of the inmates. I mean, it's dangerous there to begin with, all over the place. Now you're on Rikers Island, and one of these guys, you're telling me that they commit crimes. What kind of crimes do they commit?
So basically, that fancy title, I get paid like the janitor, by the way. You like that one?
Doesn't I like that. Sometimes I get paid the same way. Go ahead.
You know, these fancy city titles or whatever. Anyway, so basically,
when I was working in my first job, and I got, I couldn't, I had to start at the lowest position. So the guy gives me an office. I said, "There's no door." He said, "That'll be part of your first raise." So I was so excited when I got to do. I didn't even want the money. What an idiot I was. But go ahead.
No, so basically, what I do is I work for Correctional Health Services is a subsidiary of New York Health and Hospitals. New York Health and Hospitals runs the healthcare in the jail of Rikers Island.
So when somebody gets sick, we go take care of them.
Right.
And
we have full staff, nurses, doctors, mental health workers, social workers, all kinds of workers.
So before you go on, so you know that a lot of these people are mentally ill in Rikers.
80% of the jail is mentally ill.
And so why do you leave them there if you know that they're crazy?
So that's a good question, Heshy. We have a jail that is specifically meant for mental health individuals that are put on therapeutic programs and make sure they're compliant with their medicines and things like this. So basically, what I do is that fancy title, basically it's Associate Director of Investigations for Correctional Health Services. When one of our employees gets assaulted, spit on, sexually assaulted, anything like that, we go in there, we investigate, and we work with DOC, NYDOC, and we get the inmate rearrested if it's rearrestable, or we get him something called an infraction, which is kind of like getting arrested on the street and you get a desk appearance ticket and you have to pay a fine. But obviously they're not paying money in jail. They're when there used to be solitary confinement, which there is not anymore because this disgusting liberal city council got rid of it. There's no more solitary confinement, so there really is no more penalties for these individuals committing these atrocities in jail.
But now, when this mental health employee goes to visit this inmate, I mean, aren't they scared? Do they go alone? Do they go with a guard?
So basically, please don't call them guards. They're officers. They get very upset.
Right.
They are not guards.
Officer, I know.
Yes,
COs,
please.
I apologize. You know what I mean? The point being is they have a dangerous job.
Yes.
And every single, are they allowed to walk around with guns? I heard they're not.
No guns in jail.
So they have no guns.
No.
They're tough guys.
Only pepper spray.
Big deal. And 2 inmates attacked them. They're dead.
They're almost. There's like I said. So that city council hearing they had. They showed videos of COs getting literally stomped, their heads kicked in, getting stabbed.
And what do?
City council voted to end punitive segregation. That's what they did.
Wonderful job,
Good job. Good job. Yeah.
Okay,
but what I didn't understand is someone from Correctional Health Services should have also went to this hearing and let these people know that our healthcare workers also get assaulted. They get spit on. They get sexually assaulted.
But aren't these inmates crazy? Don't they know they're going to be punished? Or really, are they really sick?
So there's
a reason why they're doing it.
Right. The climate on Rikers Island right now is these inmates or persons in custody, they call them now, whatever. I call them inmates.
Rikers Island is really a holding.
It's woke now.
What does that mean?
Rikers Island is a woke place. Like it's like you know how what woke is, like everyone's woke and you know this and that. Do you know woke?
Well, no.
You don't know what woke is.
Explain it
All the
to me.
kids are saying. All right, so woke is like if you misgender a transgender person and you almost get canceled. That's kind of like being woke, right? So like if you call someone who goes by they, them, and theirs, but you say but it looks like a man and you say him, he, whatever,
Right.
that's you're not woke. You're not woke, and you get in trouble for those kinds of things.
Oh God! You know,
Yes,
I was
yes.
getting my new driver's license, and it really—I swear to you,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a male. I've been a male for 60 years. I have my driver's license since I'm 17. 40 years. It now asks me, do I want to change my gender? And I saw female, then I saw something. I saw like 17 options, and by mistake, I think I clicked dog. I don't know what it was, or
Dog.
I'm hoping when the new license comes, I'm not one of those.
Right.
I hope I by mistake left it at male.
Yeah.
But you can't do that for $19. I can change my gender every
Right.
week. You know?
Right.
But my question to you is Rikers Island is not official jail where you
No.
serve your term.
No.
It's just
No.
a facility till you get transferred to the next jail.
Yes and no. So basically, these guys come in here. They've been in Rikers many times before, so they know how to work the system, right? So if they're doing a felony charge of, let's say, assault, and that's only a 3-year charge, 4-year charge, whatever, 4-year felony, whatever, they're going to try their hardest to get time served in Rikers so they don't have to go upstate, so their families can visit them and this and that. So basically, they're just going to keep delaying their trial by acting crazy, this and that, you know, and their lawyers are also in on it. They're going to keep delaying their trials. So when that felony 4 years is up, they're still at Rikers and they're like, all right, you could just leave instead of going upstate.
But Rikers is a dangerous place.
Right.
They keep beating each other.
Right.
I know a guy that was in Rikers for 2 years, and when he came out, he actually needed to do drugs because he said his back hurt him even more when they beat him. So Rikers is a place where, I mean, how many inmates are there?
All right. Well, the one you said about the 2 years thing, I want to get back to that. So you're correct. You're only supposed to be there for 2 years or less if you're sentenced to city jail time, right? So there are guys there that are sentenced to 2 years or less. But some guys delay their trials so much. So when I was FDNY EMS, this individual, he ran over one of my sisters in EMS with her own ambulance and killed her. He's been in jail in Rikers since 2017, and finally, last week, after 6 years, I'm sorry, they're finally starting his trial. Yeah.
And that's my problem.
Mm-hmm.
You make this place a crazy place, and you don't put them in a real facility. So of course we're gonna have them. And not only that, it's not only the inmates that are the problem. It's you people, the correction officers, and you investigators and all that. Your lives are in constant danger because these guys, like you said, are not being transient. That's what I meant by Rikers. It's supposed to be a transient place. You come there, you're there for 6 months, 3 months, and you get moved to the next location.
Well, you know, Heshy, it's funny you say that. The morale is at an all-time low at Rikers with all workers. My with CHS, which is Correctional Health Services, with DOC. DOC has over 1,000 officers out sick right now. Are they really sick? I don't know.
Wow.
I can't speak for them, but there's 1,000 officers sick. They're low staffing every day. Officers are getting stuck at work for up to 24 hours. This is known. This is
Can't
known
do that,
stuff.
but you can't do
Right.
that.
Right. This is known things, and the union has voiced their their concerns that we need to pay our officers more. We need to.
How much is a correction officer getting on there?
Uh,
Or at least starting salary?
starting roughly, I believe, is at 42,000. I think they have the same pay as NYPD.
You mean you're going to put your life on the line for $42,000?
But mind you, it's worse than NYPD because you have no phone. You can't bring your phone in there.
Not
No
even
phone.
Not
Nope.
even
Nope. Nothing.
I understand federal, but okay.
No, nothing.
No phone.
No phone. You're stuck in there for 16 hours. If your family needs you, they have to call the control room of your jail and they have to track you down. You don't know what's going on in the outside world. So these guys and ladies have a tough job. They don't get the respect that they deserve to work at Rikers,
Now,
and
are
that's
the
it.
prisoners in the cell all day long?
No.
No. Where are they?
They roam in the housing area. They stay in their housing area.
So they how
There's
when
lock-in times at certain times because it's tour change for the COs.
But at nighttime,
And no, at night, I believe 9 o'clock is lock-in time.
they lock their cell doors
Till 5
or-
a.m.
Uh-huh. They can't watch TV or anything of that nature.
No.
So, because in federal you could stay out
Right.
and
Federal's
run.
different.
But in this here, you're locked in a cell and you can't do anything, not even listen to radio. Probably radio.
Maybe radio, but I'm pretty sure from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. it's lock-in time for sleep, and then at 5 a.m., that's what happens.
And showers and all that, everything is just roaming around. You can do whatever you want.
So in your housing area, there is a shower, yes.
Are they watched all the time?
Of course.
And now, My question to you is, I mean, I know you're a tough guy,
Mm-hmm.
young guy, you know. The truth of the matter is, I don't want to ask you this question. I don't want to embarrass you. You're not scared?
I'm
I'm going to
not.
stab you. I mean, you're telling me that they could do whatever they want. There's a knife. I could just walk over to you and stab you as you walk around.
So I'm not scared per se. It's just I give respect to them, to inmates, and then they respect you back. See, some COs unfortunately don't have that mentality, and some other people don't have that mentality. Healthcare workers, but you know these guys are still human beings. And if you respect them the way that you respect anyone else, they won't attack you. They won't, you know,
So we do
unless
have
they're
to-
mentally ill. That's a totally different story. I'm talking to someone in GP.
When do you determine that? You told me you locked them up in a separate place.
Well, right. So in one of the jails, there's two jails in one. It's the mental health jail. So everyone knows in that side of the jail that these inmates have mental health problems. They get therapeutic housing. They get to play on iPads. They get creative arts therapy. They get one-on-one with social workers, cell side treatments.
Do they get better? Are we really helping them?
We try. But when they decide to assault someone and do whatever they do, then
Do they
you know,
assault even in that section?
of course, that's the most dangerous. People with mental health are the most.
But you're giving them their medicine. They're getting
eh,
therapy.
if they're compliant,
And
they're
if
compliant.
Not compliant, what do you do?
Nothing.
You cannot.
Cannot force them. You cannot force them to have their medicine. You just have to document. It's all about documentation, Heshy. This is what I learned when I was EMS. Everything's about documentation, and you won't get jammed up.
Yeah.
Cover your ass. That's what exactly what you have
That's
to
not
do.
the way we do.
No,
it.
I understand.
And Michael, I wasn't really questioning your job.
No,
and
no,
what
no.
you were doing.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm asking you these questions is now you're in city council. Now
Trying.
Now, right. Now you're elected to city council. Do you understand how to take care of our correction officers?
Of course.
Wait. Not only that, do you understand how to take care of our police officers?
Of course.
And do you understand how to take care of the inmates? And I mean, there's so many new rules and regulations. I'm not interested in your new legislation.
Mm-hmm.
I want more money for the cops. I want more money for correction officers. I want
Yes.
more money, not only for mental health for you and me on the outside. I'm not talking you and me.
Mm-hmm.
But I want more money for. There has to be a way to help those people because they are sick. Whatever you want to tell me, they're crazy. They're in jail. We have to put them somewhere. We can't just leave them in a lockup in Rikers Island. We have to fix it.
Well, Heshy, it starts on the street, right? So when I was FDNY EMS, I watched the decline of Manhattan because that's where I worked, okay? And Bill de Blasio was the mayor, the worst mayor in history. The worst mayor in history.
I swear I was going to kiss him right now. He's not wearing his headset, so I can actually kiss him. Go ahead, yeah.
But, you know, and I know you had some issues with Mayor de Blasio, and we'll get back to that. But anyway, so when I would bring, when someone would call the ambulance, the bus, we call it the bus. When someone would call the bus, we would go for someone, they call them EDPs, which is emotionally disturbed person, which I don't even know if you're allowed to say anymore. But you bring them to Bellevue. Because I worked in Manhattan.
Even though they committed a crime?
No, I'm not talking about when they commit crimes. Just if someone's having a mental episode in the ambulance, right?
Okay.
All right. So you bring them to Bellevue. They're probably a regular there. The doctor's sick and tired, and I'm sick and tired of seeing them. So he gives them his one dose of medicine and puts them right back on the street. That's it. And they're out an hour later from Bellevue, roaming around the street, doing the same thing. So
you know he's not taking his medicine.
So right, exactly.
Unless you shove it down his throat, he's not taking his medicine.
So these doctors are just so fed up with this mental health crisis in the city that they just let these guys, you know, like this guy's back again, like, you know, so that's, you know, they just kick them out, give them the medicine, and that's it.
Michael, I want to sit down with you. I have ideas on how to help a mental illness.
Of course.
I know. Okay. Next.
Wait, didn't Mayor Blasio's wife have $850 to help? A million? 850 million?
1.5 billion.
Oh, 1.5 billion.
This-
That's right. That's right. That's right.
It started with that, but as you
Right.
know, in city government,
Right.
they just do it like, you know what I mean? We have a $90 billion budget. This year we're going to have $102 billion. Not
Right.
talking state.
No.
State
City.
is this city spends half the money than the entire state spends.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. I mean, they have an additional $212 billion.
So when you have a person like Charlene McRae, whatever her name is, running a mental health program, and she has no mental
Zero.
health
Well,
experience,
she does have. You're making a mistake. Her husband.
Oh, that's true. That's true. She deals with a mental case.
to make that joke, Bill.
yeah,
I
but
hate
but
you so
no
much.
no clinical experience, nothing on paper. You give her $850 million to start to run a program. Obviously it failed. It failed miserably.
You know, you have a guy, my competitor, Kalman Yeager. He's on the ethics committee. I mean, this is a guy who groped women, who cheats on his wife for years, who's had issues, and he's the head of the ethics committee. I don't know.
Sounds like a conflict of interest.
So let me. I don't want to waste your time, but I want to talk about your campaign. I want to know, what do you stand for? I mean, my basic ideas, and I have issues. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm into special needs children. I'm very crazy about that. And of course, my mental ill problem. And part of that is for postpartum depression. We have not only the Jewish women, but you're talking across this city. We have women that hurt their children or get lost or commit suicide. Like I keep repeating on my show, last year, 102 suicides. And these are young kids, 21, 19, 17, 23, mothers, postpartum depression. And you know, we need the money, and it's not being proper. So that's one of my issues. Homeless, I have an idea how to sit with you, how to create not animal-like. My homeless shelters in New York are animal-like jails. I'm just telling you right now.
Of course.
And me and my architect, we designed two that made it to be a more of a social, like an adult center where they want to come back.
I have a similar idea to you.
So I want to sit with you. And the money is there. You have $1 billion just creating to give out to private, when we could have privately funded, well-run organization of putting up. We have 60,000 people on the street of homeless. We can take them off the street and not just shove them from a subway into a room with and I've been to the homeless shelters. 14 people in the room. I know I helped approve of some of them. I had no choice because I'm the expediter. But they shove them like animals, and and it's not even you and me. And we could do that. The children that live there live terrible, and when they go to school the next day, they don't even have food on the table, or they come back to a disgusting place. So these homeless shelters are dangerous.
I've been in them when I was in EMS. Trust me, I know. Bellevue Men's Shelter is the worst place on earth.
So I want to fix them with you. And most importantly, and what gets to my heart is, and don't get upset with me, I have no problem that you're gay or not gay, and I'm not questioning your gender and whatever it is. The point of the matter is, you have no right to teach in my schools and about sexual, gay, especially to 5, 6, 7.
I'm in agreement with you.
I know you are, and that's the things that we have to come up with to stop all of this stuff. And then, of course, I have my issues with the Department of Buildings. I am an expediter, architectural firm, legal advisor doing violations. They come out and just violate, and the fines have been going up. And they have no, you have 7. By the way, when you get into city council, they're going to appoint you to a committee, maybe
not. Probably not.
Right. So, but officially, every councilman gets 7 committees, and for each committee gets extra money. They sit on the ethics committee and this stupid committee and the plaque committee. I don't know how you sit on 7 committees. I want to oversee the Department of Buildings, Department of Housing, Department of Health, Department of Finance, the ones that punish our people that there's no oversight. Just to say, listen, guys, you bring in a lot of money, but you charge us and you violate, you don't even help. And these are the things that are point to me that you don't raise. During COVID, my councilman allowed the city council to raise yours and my taxes by 18%.
Well, it's funny you said that, because I was just talking to a few people in my district, and did you know that property taxes in Bay Ridge are more than in Park Slope? There you go.
It's not being properly viewed.
No.
They're just doing whatever they want to do. If they accuse you, if you have...
But wait, it gets better. I'm not done. yet. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Thank you.
So Justin Brennan, head of the finance chair.
Why do you even bring up his name?
You know what he...
I'm not feeling well today now. You might kill me.
You know what his grand idea was? Oh, we're going to give you $150 back for rebate for property taxes. Have you ever in your life 100 that can't even buy groceries anymore?
I just want you to know, I went to file taxes yesterday with my accountant. I was there for 6 hours.
Wow. And
at the end of the day, I told him, I said, thank goodness I'm able to deduct my property taxes for my income tax.
Right.
Because but I have to pay it during the year. I can only deduct a certain amount of other things. Child care, I was only able to get $1,000 for a discount. You're only able to get $1,000 if you support a child through college, school, food, car, whatever. So I told my son, I'm not going to take the $1,000 discount. I filed him an individual tax return, and this way he was able to get credit towards his Social Security in the future.
Right.
Like he would, because he did work a little bit and he made some income. It didn't make sense to me. You should be giving us credit for college. You should be giving us credit for their schools or the tuitions. But again,
I agree.
Again, our city council does whatever they want. Question to you.
Yes, sir.
You drive your car?
I do.
You must, because you're an EMS.
I drove here.
Do you get red light camera tickets?
Of course.
Is that crazy?
Actually, I get more speeding camera tickets.
Doesn't make a difference. Me too.
But for going like 36 into 35, not 100 miles per
Mike,
hour.
you drove over here.
Yeah.
Did you? How much traffic were you stuck in
Oh,
conjunction?
the school buses
the
and
school
this
buses,
and
the
that.
triple parking.
Yeah.
During the day, those cameras don't have to be there. And you know when you're stuck in the intersection because the bus stopped or
Right.
made a quick turn, you're getting that red light ticket.
Right. Or bus lane ticket now, too.
Crazy. My question to you, Mike, is I understand at night when the streets are clear, and the
Right.
people on the course, it's dark. Those guys who are speeding and drag racing, I understand that, cutting a red light because you're flying. I got that. But during the day, those cameras shouldn't be on. And those cameras should only be assigned to the parks, to the schools, or to maybe synagogues and churches and mosques. Instead, they keep putting it on Ocean Parkway, Mike.
I know.
19 of them.
Terrible.
I don't even want to go to
No,
4th
trust me,
Avenue.
I know.
4th Avenue, I couldn't believe it.
I know.
I was driving with Linda and I'm counting. I said, boy, I'm so happy. I'm screwed by my neighborhood. But you guys are really screwed.
But Heshy, let's just make one thing clear. The speed cameras have nothing to do with safety.
But it's not even
It's
that.
about money.
But it's not even our money. Do you know who those cameras belong to? The state.
Yeah, I know.
So they're not my cameras.
No.
So what is Mr. So you're right. 50% go to the guy who runs it. I forgot what it is. The contractor.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
25% goes to the state. 25% goes to the city.
Right.
That's not enough money. I know they're just billing us and billing us and billing us. I want those cameras gone. I want those cameras shut off during the day, and I want them moved. As city council, you're right, the cameras don't belong to us, but as city councilmen, you have a right to place them. It's your job to place them.
Unfortunately, my senator put that bill through. Another liberal socialist, Gennardis.
I know.
Best friends with Justin Brennan, by the way.
Felder too. I know that. I'm ashamed to tell you. He's one of the guys who just doesn't care about the people.
Yeah.
He didn't even go to Albany to vote. I think he just sent it in, whatever.
In proxy.
These are the things that my problem is from safety. Okay, I'm going to go with you, and I'm against this one, guns.
You're against guns.
I'm not against guns. I believe in the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, especially the Fifth Amendment. The problem is I don't know how to make. My friends all scream at me, guns are legal. They're getting legal. I even signed for recommendations for other people for guns. I'm scared of guns. How are you going to? I know you're in Rikers. I know you're around the guns. My father-in-law was a court officer for 31 years. Had a gun. I didn't let him in the house. Can you make me safe? I know my friends will tell me that only the illegal guns, but not the legal guns. Can you assure me that, last year, what was it? 3,000 children were killed across the country?
Well, see, that's an unfortunate situation. I agree. A lot of those kids who did those school shootings took their parents' guns, and I think the parents should face responsibility for not properly locking their guns.
Stop it, Mike.
What?
My kid goes to school and he bullies somebody else. You know that I'm not happy with
But
that.
but why
He
does
has
that
a fight.
child have access to that gun? He shouldn't. He shouldn't.
It's a mistake. I made a mistake, Mike. Mike, you know what? I was cooking for Linda the other night. Okay, and I was making you got to come over for dinner.
I'll come,
Please
whatever you want, no problem.
Do we have a girlfriend? Except not.
I
I
have
have
nothing.
I'm finding you a
Single
nice-
man.
Okay.
Find me a nice Jewish woman.
Really? I was
course,
going to
yeah.
ask you because if you only forced me into this Christian thing, it's not good.
No.
Jewish girl, I could get
No.
you.
All religions.
Just remember, the girl's going to make you miserable.
It's okay.
But it's worth it. It's worth it.
You seem like a
32
pretty happy guy for being
No,
married
no.
for so long.
30 I gave up, but she has money.
Okay. Hey, listen. If you find a girl that has money, let me know.
I got you. So I'm being well taken care of. I don't make a lot of money.
That's good. That's good.
My thing is I was cooking her dinner the other day,
Right.
and I was doing beautiful. My chicken, I make the best chicken cutlets in the planet.
All right.
I really do.
Thin.
Oh, it's super thin.
Oh, it's amazing.
And now me and Linda are practicing on doing only chicken legs, not the whole thigh, just the leg, like
leg.
Kentucky Fried
Yeah,
Chicken.
yeah,
With my
yeah.
secret recipe. And
Were you
Linda said-
frying it?
I fry it.
Oh, like KFC.
Right.
I would love to
but
taste
I do
that.
it my own sauce,
Ooh.
my own little secret spices.
I like that.
Linda loves it. And then I shove my French fries into that oil. Well, and of course I dry it out, whatever.
What do you think about the air fryer?
I like it, but it's not for me. I'm an old timer.
A lot of people are 50-50 on it.
I want my way. It
Yeah.
comes out perfect the way you taste the inside the
Right.
crust. Okay, guys, I'll bring the recipe. I know
Bring
we
it.
shouldn't be talking about
I know.
I'm cooking the fried chicken, and by mistake, like an idiot, I have my preparing my drying stuff, and I went a little too close to the fire, and I walked away. Boom, the fire happened. Oh, you crazy. You don't know how to... I mean, 32 years I'm cooking for this girl. All of a sudden, I'm crazy. I don't know how to cook and use the oven. I made a mistake. There's nothing I could have done about it.
Right.
I was stupid. You're right. I forgot. I misplaced. Thank God I have smoke detectors all over the place. That's not my point. We make a mistake. You know, the guy locks his gun every single day.
Right.
He's super careful. He takes out the weapon. He unzips it. He forgot to lock it. He forgot, or Linda was screaming, I forgot to put it away into the drawer. You want to blame me and now punish me? And I got that. Mistake, like I heard about that cop in Michigan, in Minnesota, a mistake is unacceptable when you train. But you know I'm going to make a mistake, Mike. Come on, how many times did you drive and you by mistake you went too far into the red light, or you passed the red light, or you didn't notice it?
Hesh, you gotta listen. Listen, if you have a gun in the house,
I know,
and you have children in the house,
I know,
your child should not even see that gun, not even know you have it, not even know where you put it, especially a small child. I'm not talking about like a 21-year-old, 22. I'm talking about a toddler. I'm talking about a grade school child. They should not know you have guns in the house. You shouldn't show him.
What's my punishment?
I mean,
come on, you're councilman.
I
want to hear your punishment.
Different states have different laws.
I want to hear right here. Somebody killed his brother or went to school with the gun. What is the parent's responsibility? Jail?
Jail. Yes.
Rikers?
Listen, if you have to face some responsibility. We can't let. If you want to have a gun, you have to assume all responsibility. That's it. I'm sorry.
State jails are terrible.
I know they are, but if you want to have a weapon...
Can we make it at least a federal crime that we go to a federal jail?
Like Club Fed? Is that what you want to go to?
I mean, you're punishing him from his family, loss of time, taking him away. Why do you have to put him in a state jail? He's not a criminal. He's not a tough guy. He's a little man.
Do you know police officers here have to go through the craziest background just to conceal carry? Police officers who are NYPD. So do you think they listen, I know sometimes in middle America, I know these people let their kids hunt and whatever, long guns, cool, whatever. But I still think if you have a grade school child, he should not be seeing you have a gun in the house. You should not be showing him your gun. You should not be showing him where it is. Okay. I don't even think you should teach little kids how to shoot. I mean, that's my opinion. But I do believe you have a right to bear arms. This country was founded
on. Where I'm going.
Yeah, this country was founded.
So New York, when you get into city council, and we have enough of us, and I'm going to vote with you.
Yeah.
Even though I don't agree with you.
That's fine.
I don't agree with you. Like, for example, I don't agree on abortion.
No.
But I'm going to vote with you because I have no choice. But I don't agree. I think it's wrong.
Well, because it's against your religion, right?
It's against my religion. I'm sorry.
And that's fine.
I believe in God.
Listen,
I'm gonna run my life but of course I'm gonna vote with what my community wants. And if my community says no, it's no. I am against abortion personally.
That's totally fine. Okay. I grew up Italian, right? This is what I tell people.
Yeah, I grew up with you boys.
Okay,
I'm Bensonhurst on 82nd and Bay Parkway. There was no such thing as even though we knew what the
but we hold our women to the highest regard.
That's right.
Italians. I'm not talking about any kind of religion, right? My mother, my grandmother, full respect.
Oh, the church. You should see the way I used to go to the church. I still have my own pastor, by the way.
Right. So the church also holds women, like the Italian Roman Catholics, to the highest regard. So who am I to tell any woman? This is how I was raised, right? This is how I was. Who am I to tell any woman what to do with her body? It's not me. I'm Catholic, right? Whatever, but I don't practice.
We're against it. We would tell them not to do it, but again,
you can't tell women what to do with their body. This is not the medieval times.
It's a very complicated issue.
It is. Listen, that's not my body. If you want to ruin,
I believe you shouldn't do it, but it shouldn't be government funded.
No,
number one. I don't agree with abortion to be government funded. That's number one. I don't believe that you should have abortion, but again, I'm not going to stop you. I can't stop you.
Can't.
But again, this is America. You don't have to stop anybody.
In New York State, this is why I'm pissed off about.
So my question to you is abortion: yes or no on the vote?
Abortion, city council has nothing to do with that. It's out of my realm.
You're making a mistake. Your governor gave $35 billion towards the state, and I believe that the city that we have a right to make legislation.
I'm just not going to comment on that because
to give any money.
City council does not have anything to do with abortion. They don't make those laws. They give it to.
I would like to bring legislation that the city does not have a right to fund it, but people can go to their clinics and get it done.
Planned Parenthood is federally funded.
I know.
So we don't have anything to do with federal. That's what I'm trying to tell you. City council doesn't get involved with abortion. they might get involved with the DOE and the drag queen stuff or
We
whatever.
don't get involved with DMV, and we should be getting
right,
involved
right.
with them. We
So
should be able to get involved with DMV because the state does not know what the hell it's
I want
doing.
people to vote for me for what I'm going to do for my constituents in city council.
It's not only constituents. You represent my whole city.
No, but that's my constituents.
Go
That's
ahead.
what I'm talking about.
So now
I want
you go. I already bothered you till now
no,
for
no.
a half an hour, making you miserable. Go
I
ahead.
want people to vote for me.
What is you?
What I'm going to do for them.
Go ahead.
I'm going to make the neighborhood safer.
How?
I'm going to refund the NYPD. I'm going to work with the NYPD. Hate crimes are up, as you know.
Yeah.
Jewish people are getting attacked left and right, especially in Bay Ridge. It happened in Bay Ridge. The guy was wearing an IDF sweater. Couple guys attacked him.
I have a boy that was stabbed and killed.
I reposted that. Someone actually sent that to me. The guy who was killed, the GoFundMe.
Yeah.
I reposted that. This guy sent it to me. I heard it's disgusting.
I know.
It's disgusting.
So what's your opinion on your mayor now, your new mayor? Just crime is up 20%. Felonies are up. What was it? The last week they told me
I haven't
36. Checked. I'm checking. I see those numbers. It's just like.
What I will say about
and the
Mayor
same
Adams.
yeah.
I will say this. He has been to Rikers and actually comes in, sits with the young inmates, tells them, this is not the life you want. You need when you get out of here.
Please,
but Mayor de Blasio didn't do that. He didn't do that. He only came twice. Adams has been to Rikers many times. He actually cares, right?
Does he talk to the mentally ill?
Of course he does. I've been there. I've been there. I'm not, I don't. Listen. I don't like his policies. I think he's a joke. I think he's a showman. I don't think he's any kind of politician.
I don't think he supports the police properly.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. But that being said, he did bring back anti-crime. But I was all for that, and then I saw the uniforms, how it says anti-crime on the back. Right. So for people who aren't in law enforcement, uniform policing deters crime. Undercover policing prevents crime. So you don't want your officers out there who are undercover with big ass anti-crime letters on their back. Can I say ass? I'm sorry. Sorry about that, guys.
I have a problem that I'd like to defund the sheriff's, the whole sheriff department.
Oh, you don't think the sheriff?
I don't like
you know
the
what?
sheriffs.
It's funny.
I would like to take all the sheriffs and the money and shove it into the NYPD.
Maybe they should absorb them.
Yes, exactly. Just like we did with the transit cops. Just
and
like
the EMS was absorbed by FDNY.
I want them to be police officers. That means when the police officers workers won, not when the police officers went against de Blasio, he says, oh, go to the sheriff guy. So the sheriff guy says, hey, look, I have my own force. Now I'm more powerful than the police chief.
Are you talking about with the COVID stuff?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
That was an abuse that you're able to trick one with the other.
So I was actually, this is actually kind of what started my career in politics, and it had to do with the Jewish community, right? So Mayor de Blasio has...
By the way, I'm sorry to say to you, I'm going to ask you, haven't you been endorsed by the Jewish vote?
Yes, Cindy Gross, yes, a friend of mine. I love her so much.
Very nice.
Yes.
She's very good.
She knows I'm an advocate for the Jewish community, and I always speak out, about things that happen to them here in Brooklyn. And like I said, hate crimes, not only the Jewish community, the Asian community are getting, it's disgusting. But anyway, so what...
Can we put his flyer back up, Mike Ragusa, for NYC.com? No, he's shaking his head.
Ragu for NYC.com.
Mike
yeah.
Ragu.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Ragu for NYC.com.
I should know. He's
Thank
so
you.
delicious.
Thank
I can
you.
eat him. You know what I mean? RAGU for the number 4 NYC.com.
That's right.
Okay,
But
just keep it, guys. I want you to reach out to him. I'm very serious.
Yeah, no, seriously.
You want somebody serious because now. But you're going to finish up, but I want to talk about your competitors.
All right. Well, let me finish this story. What really catapulted me into politics. So it was two things. One, when I saw de Blasio hold that Black Trans Lives Matter rally in Prospect Park, and then the next day he locked up the Jewish playgrounds so they couldn't.
That's right, with locks that I cut all over the place.
That's where I first saw you. Like, I was like, this guy is amazing. Like, he's got balls. Like, I would do that too, right? So that just was like, you're gonna have a 20,000 people rally in a park, but a couple Jewish kids want to play in a playground, which is technically social distancing.
And some of them the parents need to get out because some of the kids are special needs and they need a break. You can't do that.
You can't stay locked up in the house. So that's one thing that pissed me off. And then the second thing, my family friend, he's actually my mom's boss. He knew me since I was a kid. He knew me for 30 years. His father, unfortunately, was a victim of the nursing home thing with Governor Cuomo, unfortunately, right? So basically, I got involved. He made Cuomo's mock funeral. We did it in front of Cobble Hill Nursing Home. He was on the news. So I was basically in behind the scenes of all that. And Yeah, and he's still fighting for that today. He's actually going to try to indict Cuomo on a bunch of of things.
Please, I was the first one that spoke to Lindsey Boylan to make that claim. She didn't do it. She told me about it. I'm so happy she came out by herself and 11 other women. And I told everybody, I kept telling, I was the first ones to tell everybody. I was the first ones to tell you, if you know today, what do you think of the mask mandate? I kept telling you the masks were stupid. I kept telling it to
I
you
never
day
wore a
one.
mask during COVID. I don't care. I am an anti-masker, okay? That's what I'm going to tell you
By the way,
guys.
the mandates are not still all overridden. Why?
No. Well, the governor got rid of the mandates, I thought.
No. It's they're being reduced or taken away from
She said
city
in
jobs.
healthcare
It hasn't
places.
been wiped out.
Right. So when it comes to vaccines, I just want everyone to know, you want to get vaccinated? Cool. You don't? Cool. I don't care what you want to do to your body. Like I said,
Don't force it on.
don't force on
somebody else.
anybody.
Not even
No.
on my children.
No,
in
no
schools.
one should be forced on a vaccine. Even the MMR, rubella, there's some religions who don't get those vaccinations for their children, and they have every right to, because this is America and this is a free country, and we have the right to choose what we do and what we don't want. That's why we have a democracy. Well, who knows what it is these days, but it's supposed to be a
Sorry.
democracy.
I know.
But
I know.
you want to know about my competitors.
Yes, I want to talk about Ari Kagan, the most of Ari Kagan.
So I met Ari Kagan just twice, right? Very nice, very soft-spoken guy, but I know a lot of people told me that he's like a snake in the grass.
He is?
Yeah, I was already told that once I get all my signatures, from petitioning.
Oh yeah, you're dead.
Yeah, he's gonna try to throw every single one of them out.
Right.
But that's cool because he's a fake Republican. Everyone knows that. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'll tell you because I don't care. I went to the GOP endorsement meeting, and he went before me. He got eviscerated. Nobody believed his BS. No one believed he was a reform Republican. Let me ask you, Heshy.
But he is. Yeah, go ahead.
So
I have the same problem.
you were born Jewish, right?
Yeah.
Your whole life you're Jewish.
All my
Did
life.
did one day you ever wake up and decide you didn't want to be Jewish?
No, my brother.
So-
I've swayed like all of us off
Yeah.
the path,
Right.
but I know along who I am.
So Ari Kagan was in the USSR till 1991, and he was in the Communist Party. He was a member of the Communist Party.
didn't
That
know
is
that.
facts. That is facts. I'm not making this up. He was a member of the USSR Communist Party. Then when he came to the States, he was a Democrat all the way up to 2022. So let's say 1985 to 2022, he was a Democrat. All of a sudden, he
had a
wakes up,
Democratic Republican
Yeah,
Club.
right.
He supported
Right.
Schumer.
Right.
And all of them.
endorsed
across
by
the-
Justin Brennan,
Right.
endorsed by all these people,
See-
campaigned for Kathy Hochul this term.
Right,
This
right,
term.
exactly.
See, he campaigned for Kathy Hochul, and he thinks he's just going to come into my district that he doesn't even live in. Well, he's part of it now because of redistricting, but he never lived in Bay Ridge, doesn't know about Bay Ridge. He's going around with the wrong people, and he's just, everyone knows
I hope
we
you
call it a
crush him.
fugazi.
If I know exactly.
Yeah, we call it fugazi.
A fake.
Fake.
That's it. You're going out today. Was your first day of signatures?
Yeah, so we have a team out there.
My team is a little
yeah.
disarrayed. We still have to organize. it.
Unlike some other people who are running against me, I actually really work for the city, and some people working against me claim they work for the city but haven't worked since 2016. So I can't get out there every day for 8 hours and get signatures.
Exactly. We're going to
So
be doing it at
yeah,
night. and
yes,
running around.
yes. So I have a team out there in the daytime, and they, do what they do, and then I'll be out there at night.
Now, for public record, and I know it's there, how is your fundraising?
Good. I outraised everybody.
Yeah?
Even Justin Brennan. He started with 25,000 and only raised, I think I outraised him by $4,000. Because
you
I'm
got
not counting what he started with, because that
Right.
doesn't count.
You got matching funds?
Not yet. Soon. Very soon.
Oh, you didn't get matching funds?
No, so basically the CFB, the smart people they are. No,
You got to
yeah.
be on top of them. I have a guy that was I paid him just to watch. See, you took 2 months of just fighting with CFB.
So they told us originally, before the redistricting, that if you get donations in your old district, they count as matching funds. So my treasurer said, "Oh, we're good. We're getting matching funds." He goes to CFB. They're like, "No, we're using the new district now."
Right.
So now I only got to get like 20 more, which is,
They keep changing the rules. So I was
Right.
careful when I called them. I used to call them every day, email, made them miserable.
Right.
And 2 days before the money came in, that we were supposed to get it, they came up with some mistakes and errors.
Right.
My guy fixed it right. We were on top
So
of
you
them.
got matching.
Oh, I got max. Me
Good
and
for
one
you.
other guy got the maximum. In 12 days, I raised all the money I needed. I'm doing more now. For
You know
round
any
two.
nice Jews in Coney Island that can help me out?
That's why I keep telling you. I keep saying your name because I want to
Yes,
get your
please,
donations.
please.
I want to make sure that you're there. I want you to get the max. I want you to be ready for round two as well.
I'm almost there. We're having a fundraiser March 8th at the Leaf Bar.
Can I
You're
go?
invited, of course.
Okay.
Of course. 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock at the Leaf Bar in Bay Ridge.
Is that a Wednesday?
It is a Wednesday.
Oh, I'll come later.
Oh, because you have. Oh, today is Wednesday, right?
I
You have
know.
your show.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's
But
all
I'll
right.
come
No,
after
but
the
no,
show.
you could come before because it's 7 to 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
come
yeah.
in the
Cindy will
beginning,
be there.
Okay.
You should come.
I will.
I would love to have you. Bring your son. Bring everyone.
Do I get a drink for free or I have to pay?
Open bar.
Open bar.
Open bar, baby.
I got
Open
it.
bar.
I will beat
That's
there,
it.
you there.
And some. We're gonna have Greek food. I don't know if it's kosher, but
No.
You know,
I'm careful with the food.
I'm
but
sorry.
it's
I'm
okay.
sorry, but
You don't
definitely
have
open
that
bar.
many, but
Definitely
next
open
time
bar.
when you're elected, you'll get me kosher.
Oh,
food.
you're damn right.
Again, I'm not going to argue with you on Ari Kagan, but let's be honest. What do you think he stands for? I mean, he has been councilman now for 2 years.
So-
what has he accomplished?
Nothing.
Explain that to me. How does a guy sit there for 2 years and do nothing?
So no one even knows. Sorry, who Ari Kagan is, right? He has 100 Instagram followers on his campaign account. I have 15. I'm not like bragging. I'm just saying I have 1,500 followers prior to me running for city council, and I'm a nobody. I'm literally no one. Like I don't know anybody. So it's like what did you do for those 2 years to like? Did you even like go in your neighborhood? Anyone I ask, do you know who Ari Kagan is? No one knows who he is.
I've never seen him in a food program. Only when the holiday comes and there's a big tada, he shows up to hand out a package and take a picture.
Right, and now he's showing up around Bay Ridge, but he's hurting himself because he's walking around with the wrong people. I'm not even going to say their names because they're not even worth my breath.
When you're going to get on the ballot for sure, and he's going to get on the ballot and fight you. First of all, my question is, do you think he'll do a debate with you? Because he can't even speak.
I would challenge him to a debate, but there's nothing really to debate him. You've been a lifelong socialist Democrat. What are you trying to debate with me? You that's it. You've been a Democrat your whole life, so you think you're just gonna walk in here and all of a sudden you're Republican? It just makes no sense. He's not getting endorsed by the GOP. He's not getting endorsed by the conservatives. So what is he doing? No one is. Nobody is. They didn't want to endorse anybody.
Isn't that stupid?
They want us to fight it out. So whoever wins the primary, then they'll endorse that candidate. That's exactly what they're doing, which is cool. Whatever. Listen, man, I don't care.
See, that's my problem as well. I went in there, and they allowed my Democratic competitor to be on the line.
Who's your competitor?
Kalman Yeager.
Oh, Kalman Yeager is your competitor.
Yeah.
Oh,
he is a Democrat. He's
Yes, I
running
know.
as a Democrat.
I know.
He does nothing for the community. He does some,
But he always comes to GOP and Conservative Party dinners.
because nobody's ever run against him, so they've always given him the line. So now I
okay.
went to the executive committee, and he does some favors for the hierarchy.
Of course.
So, and the conservative lady who basically does nothing for anything. We don't even know why the conservative party exists. When I get elected, I'd like to destroy that party. I'd like to really knock them out, that they shouldn't even exist anymore, and get a running candidate. So I know if they don't have a candidate for a while, right, we can knock them off the line forever, right? Is that the way it works? So I'm going to make sure they never get any more candidates.
Well, listen, I mean, I don't know Kalman Yeager at all. I just know of him. And
I've been working with him.
Yeah.
He lies. He doesn't tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
He votes again, not for the way the community wants.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to crush him in a debate. He has no knowledge. I mean, I have a guy today who came into me with a $200,000 water bill.
holy crap.
Working with Kalman Yeager for about 6 months in his office. He says, nobody called him back. Finally, they called him back and said, can't help you. Comes to me. In about 10 minutes, I make a couple of phone calls. I call my a couple inspectors. I call the right unit. They give me a place where to go. I call one of my people who does the settlements. I got him right away into the amnesty program for half the price.
Well, Kalman Yeager debated
Could have done the same thing. So a couple of years ago, he debated me just because I was a nobody. My mother passed away.
Right.
And it was,
He tried to show you up.
And no, he couldn't. I did great. But now he won't debate me because he knows not only do I know the issues I've done for this community more than he's ever done, plus the $51 million. You know, we got $51 million in fines during COVID.
What?
Yeah. They came around cutting out.
The Jewish community.
Jewish community. Borough Park, Flatbush, Midwood.
Wow.
Some of...
That's disgusting.
They came after our stores, after our homes, after our construction sites. They tortured us, my friend. They tortured us.
What the?
And Kalman Yeager, I think, got rid of 1 or 2 violations. I went to court. Some of them were criminals. You know, they're criminal tickets.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hear echo in my head, but some of them were criminal tickets. And what did I do? I went to court now for many of them. I have people that I had to mitigate the fines down And Kalman should have just wiped it out. I turned our community with the assemblyman from red to yellow.
Right.
So those violations shouldn't even exist anymore.
I mean,
and they still exist. We're still fighting.
It's just
them.
disgusting that they would even give your community fines because the crap that was going on with other communities, they didn't find them, right?
They didn't, and the sheriffs were coming around to our wedding halls. I had to keep them out. I had to follow them at night. I have videos, pictures of police trying to get in. Of course, I quoted their amendments and fighting them, but every once in a while I wasn't there and they got them. You know, and that was terrible. That's why the mayor hated me so much. His most important thing was the synagogues to close it down, and my churches suffered as well.
He was going very hard against the Jewish community. I don't know why. I'm very confused.
He's an anti-Semite.
Of course he is.
Person,
Of course he is.
And of course he's a politician. So is Cuomo.
Well, most leftist socialist Democrats are anti-Semites. AOC, Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, all those kinds of people are anti-Semitic. And there's anti-Semitic people in city council as well.
There's a lot. I'm sorry to tell you, in building department as well, they call our synagogues porta potties, the Jewish porta potties.
That's disgusting.
And we have it on tape, and we know who's doing it. We know what inspectors, and they're not
You have to
being
expose
thrown
them.
out. We're trying, and there's investigations, and they get rid of one or two, but there's some so high up in the system that you can't touch them.
It's disgusting.
I want to go on to national politics before we finish.
Okay.
I need an opinion on Trump. I want your opinion on Trump. I'm sorry.
This is my opinion on Trump, and I've told people this many times before. I'm not ashamed.
Now,
Trump.
this is a younger version now, guys. This is the new generation, and we're going to listen who he wants.
Listen, Trump did good things, and he did bad things,
Okay.
like every other president.
Right.
But unfortunately, he's too controversial for the GOP, and he is not the future of the GOP.
Who is?
I don't know yet.
Please don't tell me Haley. Please don't.
No. I think,
But she's his only competitor right now.
well, I think if Ron DeSantis
Okay.
comes out,
If he doesn't.
this is the problem with that. But hold on, let me say, this is the problem I have with Ron DeSantis. He just goes around saying every other state sucks except for Florida. We do it the right way in Florida. That's not a presidential attitude to have. You need to love every state if you want to be president.
He does, but he wants to show what he's
I get it.
accomplished.
I get it.
But my point is, I think Ron DeSantis shouldn't run. He's very smart. If he runs against Trump, who only has 4 more years, he supports Trump. When Trump loses, it's Biden.
But Trump has indictments hanging over his head from Georgia.
But once he becomes president, he can just wipe that
Well,
out.
if he does.
And okay, so just like all the other,
There is people like my age who are, I'm talking about like in their 30s, in the mid 30s that also agree with me that Trump is done. I mean, Ron DeSantis went to Staten Island the other day.
I know.
He got a crowd of miles and miles long.
I wish I was there.
I mean, I'm not anti-Trump whatsoever. I just don't think he's the right candidate to lead my party into the future. That's my opinion.
You think?
I don't think I don't know who it is yet. I definitely don't think it's Nikki Haley because I don't
Thank
know.
you.
Yeah, I
Thank
don't know.
And
I don't even know anything
Pence-
about
Mike
her.
Pence, right, and
Yeah.
Mike Pence has no chance. Okay,
Mike Pence,
But
I
if
don't care for him.
But
Yeah.
if DeSantis doesn't run now, and you have these other idiots, what do you say?
I don't. I just got to see. It's honestly too early for me to make an assessment on who would. I heard Senator Tim Scott might even run.
Really?
Yeah, he's thinking about it. I mean, that guy has done tremendous things for South Carolina. Tremendous.
South Carolina is a different planet
Yeah.
than New York.
No,
City.
no, I understand.
Okay, being a businessman
Yeah.
in politics. Remember, Trump figured it out after they screwed him. Every time a president gets in there, they screw with him.
You know what turned me off about Trump, and this is what a lot of people. I had a fight with someone on Facebook. And they misinterpreted what I said. What turned me off about Trump is he started hanging out with those white supremacists. Which I'm not saying Trump is a white supremacist. He started hanging out with that guy.
Kanye West.
Kanye's mentally ill. I mean, that's.
I said
that's,
that, guys. I
listen,
said that before.
Is Kanye a true anti-Semite? I don't know. He might be, but he's definitely mentally ill. So maybe we get his mental illness in check first, and we can.
Married to Kim Kardashian?
Yes.
And he's divorced.
Yes, because he's mentally ill.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, who gets divorced from the most beautiful woman on the
A mentally
planet?
ill person.
And she's more richer than him, even, I think.
Right. And I just think that really turned me off. Like I said, I do a lot for the Jewish community, and they respect me. And for Trump to hang out with the guy, I forgot the kid's name. It's like Nick something. He is a known white nationalist. He has nationalist views, and I'm not into that stuff.
Not even worth your time, Mike.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'd like to now go to your present administration. Are
Sure.
they doing a good job, Mr. Biden?
come on.
I
You know.
I had to ask.
One thing I will say, I will commend Trump that he did go to East Palestine. And you know what? Trump knows his voters are middle America, and he truly probably does care about them. Biden went to Ukraine and gave them more money.
Right.
Listen, I'm done with Ukraine. Enough. We have homeless veterans. We have homeless people everywhere.
You know, Biden just has to pick up the phone and talk to Putin and say, stop it.
He's not scared of him. He's not scared of him.
I know.
Trump was telling Kim Jong-un, if you shoot that was what Trump was good for. He terrified Putin.
And John stopped.
Yes,
and
he
Putin,
stopped.
He actually invited us in, and we were doing great. We almost had a deal.
And he had peace in the Middle East.
Do you know that Iran is 12 days away from making some crazy...
I know.
So they can actually start...
No one is scared of the United States anymore, and that's a problem. Our military is teaching woke crap. I told you what woke is.
Yeah.
My friend is a drill sergeant. He said the recruits that are coming into the army right now is a disgrace. They're fat, they're dumb, they're woke. They're all about this, wokeness crap. So he said we're in serious trouble. Like this is not the America it was in 2016. This is very, very bad.
I need a pitch from you. What's your pitch for city council? Why do we even care to vote for you? I mean, you have this lady who is, I don't know, she's really a Democrat, right?
Which one?
What's her name again? Balfour?
No, she's not a Democrat. She's really Republican. It's just she tells some fibs about her background. That's all.
Okay.
Yes.
Why are we
legitimate fibs that you can look up on websites of New York that New York City runs? I'm not slandering anybody. This is actually factual.
And we know that Ari Kagan
is a fake Republican.
He's not even a fake Republican. He's done nothing.
Yeah, he's done
had
nothing.
his 2 years, and he's not brought nothing in.
This is my pitch. Very simple. I worked for the city since 2015.
You know the red tape.
I know it.
You know how the people are getting screwed.
I've been in I've been in project buildings. I've been all over this city. I've been everywhere. I talk to real people. I know what they want.
You know what crime is.
Yes.
You know what mental health is.
I work with NYPD. I work with DOC. I work at Rikers. I know what we need to do.
Guy. So now I know that you know how to deal with a crazy guy. What about budgets and money?
Budgets and money, that's very simple. I have many, many friends I have a friend who runs the biggest commercial real estate company in the city. We can tackle the property tax with that. We can, I have friends in finance. I have friends in Wall Street. So we're going to bring in
independent, smart businessmen and ask them the advice, not take stupid idiots who don't know crap.
Not political hacks.
And just say this is how it's going to go. We're going to talk to the people.
Justin Brennan is head of the finance committee. What did he do to do that? The city just sold $250 million worth of COVID equipment for $500,000 or whatever it was. Yeah. How is that smart? This guy's head of the finance committee. What did he do? I don't even know where he worked to be head of the finance committee. No political hack should be in charge of any committee or any advisor to the city. We need people that are on Wall Street. We need real people who know what we're talking about. That's it. That's it.
And we need commissioners that were... so before we go, I want to tell you one thing. When we had de Blasio as mayor, we couldn't vote him out again. We couldn't recall the election.
We had, number one, we didn't have strong candidates against de Blasio a second time.
But you can't even forget the second term. Mm-hmm. Once he was in the second term already, we're doing COVID. I wanted to get people to sign a petition to recall like they did in Los Angeles.
I would have signed it twice.
I got you. The point is there's no registration that allows us to do it. I want to bring legislation in, and it has to come up twice, that we are able to recall a mayor if we want.
I agree with you.
And if we can get 26 of our votes, we could get that recall legislation done. And I'd like you to be in charge of that. I'd like you to help me.
If I get elected, I'll help you.
Done.
No problem. Whatever you need.
Guys,
that's it.
I'm telling you now, if you people don't, here is a young, smart, intelligent, good-looking, but not only that, he has brains on his shoulder and he has the experience.
I don't care what party you are, Democrat, liberal, whatever. I will help you. That's the difference between me and Justin Brennan. He closes his door to Republicans and conservatives, and he mocks them on Facebook, right? I'm not going to do that. I don't care what party you are. You come to my office, you have a problem, you live in my district, we're going to fix it. I don't care your religion, sex, creed, if you're trans, gay, it doesn't make a difference to me. You need a problem fixed, we're going to take care of it.
I love you, and we're going to work on that homeless and children issue on the street. That is one of a serious issue. We can't have 80,000 New Yorkers on the street and dying, and they die young, or they get diseases or sicknesses.
This country doesn't care about their own. It's very simple. We send $76 billion to Ukraine. We have 80,000 homeless people in New York City. It's just ridiculous.
I know.
I mean,
we give more money to NATO that you can never
and
imagine.
NATO does nothing for us.
Zero. No. Exactly. We need to care about our country. We need to care about our city.
Correct.
And most importantly, everybody.
That's right.
You need to be able to care about your God and family. So I never, of course, turned that away. Everybody, thank you for joining me and my good new friend, Mike.
That's right.
We are going into City Council. I see that there's no way you could lose this.
Listen, money talks, BS walks. You know that.
Wow.
You know that. That's true. That's it. People only care how much money you have in City Council.
What are your friends saying?
My friends believe in me. Listen, I'm endorsed by Rudy Giuliani. Who's better than that?
Wow. He said he's going to get me on Rudy Giuliani.
I'm going to try to get you on Rudy's show.
You better not lie.
I'm not lying. I'm going to talk to him for you.
I don't want to make a mistake, Justin Brennan, by mistake.
And I'm the only candidate who even got, I got in the New York Post. I've been on W77 WABC. No other candidates did that. I bring Bay Ridge problems to the media.
Here's the guy, guys. If you don't want to hear it, then do whatever you want to do. But if you really want to change, just once, guys.
That's fine.
The 47th. Where's the 47th? Can you give me the
40? Okay, the new 47th district is Bay Ridge, all of it, all of Coney Island, and it's like the shoreline, like Bath Beach, a little bit of Diker, and a little bit of Bensonhurst. Yep.
Here's the guy, guys. If you guys don't want to you don't want to sit down and have somebody normal, go ahead, do whatever you want to do. But here's a guy. I mean, you have Justin Brennan who's done less than zero. Besides, come to my sukkah and take food home and laugh, and he does not know anything about finance, as you can see.
Obviously,
you have a guy, Ari Kagan, who has been councilman for 2 years. Exactly. What has he done? No problem. Tell me what legislation. Tell me what money he's moved around. Tell me what he's done for our community.
No one even knows who he is, Hesh.
Right. And then, of course, we have your friend. I forgot her name.
Anna.
Anna what?
I'm Anna.
We don't even want to say her last name. We don't even know her.
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, tell them to watch my show next Wednesday night.
Listen, watch Heshy's show, and I'm going to vote for Heshy. And, you know, if you want to talk to me, Mike Ragu, Instagram, Mike Ragu, very simple. And then Ragu for NYC.com. Heshy will be at my fundraiser next week. So March 8th at the Leaf Bar.
Do we have Facebook and Twitter?
Yeah, no Twitter, Facebook. Facebook is...
Why don't we have Twitter?
Long story.
Oh, no. They're going to let you back on. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Ragu, Facebook is Ragu for NY. But my website's ragu4nyc.com.
Michael Ragu, you'll find him.
Michael Ragusa, you'll find me on Google.
I found him in a minute. He has a beautiful, handsome picture with his suit. Don't worry about it. He's a tough guy because he came. Didn't you come here straight from work?
I had to go shower first. I had to shower the Rikers off of me.
Did you have a rough day today?
No, actually, I had a pretty nice day. Yeah, but like, yeah, I had a good day today.
At least once in a while.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. We're going to play our music and say goodbye, and I'll see you next week. Thank you, everybody.